You want to sit up here with me while I talk? That would make me happy. You want to sit right here next to me? Okay, great. Thanks, Isla. And Sam, you want to sit up here too? That's amazing. All right, let me catch my breath. This is a morning in kids ministry, in case you wondered. We start out that way, we catch our breath, and then we speak about God's truth. So this morning, really what the Lord has put on my heart, and the message title, I will not have slides. I'm sorry. It's not who I am. But the message that I felt, the title he kept giving me was Joy of Surrender. And without going into everything, this has so been my testimony. It has been finding the joy in hard places, finding the joy in relinquishing control. And that's just been my story. And so I feel like that's where he wants to go this morning. So we're talking about surrender. As a staff, in January, we started doing the Bible recap. Some of us are further along than others. I think my daughter is kicking my butt. She definitely is. But what's been really cool about it is it goes in order, like timeline-wise. And so for someone who didn't grow up in the church, didn't grow up in the Word, the Bible has been intimidating at times because it was just hard to understand for a simple girl like myself. And so reading through this has provided so much context and actually, for me, simplified a lot. And so one of the spaces that stood out to me a lot was reading through 1 Samuel, and we're talking all about David. And then what the Bible recap does is it also brings you into the Psalms around the same time. So when David is going through something, you get to read the Psalm that came out of that season he was in, which is very unique. It gives you just such a more real perspective of what was happening. And for me, that has been hugely enlightening. And so, let me take a drink of water. Hang on one second, guys. Okay, thank you. So, David, at the points that we're going to, I'm going to read from Psalm 31. At this point, what's happening in his journey is, someone's trying to kill him, okay? Did you guys know that? That happens in the Bible sometimes. Someone is chasing him, trying to take him out. Just to give you the simplest version of what was going on, that's what was going on. And so there's different parts where he's hiding in a cave. He's listening to the Lord. He's protecting other towns. Then he's hiding in a cave again. He's taking shelter. Those are awesome. Did they make cool noises? Oh, they don't. That's a bummer, Ash. I wish they made cool noises. It's okay. And so I'm going to read Psalm 31. And then just to prepare you, we're going to do this a little bit kids ministry style. I'm going to do a little object lesson at some point. And then we're just going to see what happens from there, okay? Okay, so I want to read parts of Psalm 31 for you. It's not going to be up on the screen, so you'll just have to listen to my voice. So out of Psalm 31, okay, this is David. This is in the midst of being chased and hiding. Oh Lord, I have come to you for protection. Don't let me be disgraced. Save me, for you do what is right. Turn your ear to listen to me. Rescue me quickly. Be my rock of protection, a fortress where I will be safe. You are my rock and my fortress. For the honor of your name, lead me out of this danger. Pull me from the trap my enemies set for me, for I find protection in you alone. I entrust my spirit into your hand. Rescue me, Lord, for you are a faithful God. And then we're going to skip down here a little bit through to verse 9. He says, have mercy on me, Lord, for I am in distress. What does in distress mean? Anybody know? Do you think he was doing great or stressed out? Great or stressed out? Stressed out, okay? I am in distress. Tears blur my eyes. My body and soul are withering away. I am dying from grief. My years are shortened by sadness. Sin has drained my strength. I am wasting away from within. And then we're going to jump down to verse 14. He says, but I am trusting you, O Lord, saying you are my God. My future is in your hands. Rescue me from those who hunt me down relentlessly. Let your favor shine on your servant. In your unfailing love, rescue me. And then the very last little bit, verse 23 and 24. This is an encouragement. Love the Lord, all you godly ones, for the Lord protects those who are loyal to him, but he harshly punishes the arrogant. So be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in the Lord. Now, reading through the Psalms, especially the ones that David has written, there's a lot there emotionally, right? Sometimes he's really sad. Sometimes he's celebrating what the Lord has done. But in everything, I noticed what I found to be a trend. And these are the three things I noticed David would do almost every time. He would inquire of the Lord. Inquire, very simply put, it means to ask for information. So if I'm like, hey, Sam, where'd you get those shoes? That's me inquiring of Sam's shoes, right? It can look that simple. He would bring to the Lord the situation. Hey, Lord, I'm being hunted, right? Things are hard. I'm inquiring of him. I'm seeking his thoughts maybe on what's happening in that moment. So he would inquire of the Lord. Every time he would thank and bless the Lord. And oftentimes it was sandwiched in between a cry for help, a cry of distress. And it almost seems like it doesn't make sense. You're like, whoa, we just took a sharp turn here. He's blessed. I'm in distress. I'm dying. But God, thank you so much. You've been so faithful. And so in the midst of that, he would thank and bless the Lord. And ultimately, every time through these Psalms that we're reading, he surrendered to the Lord. He ultimately got to the place of, okay, whatever you want here, I'm going to go with you. And so that is not a surprise probably to any of you. I think we've all heard that to some extent. But there is something that I know I have forgotten so many times in my own life, and that is to call out to him. Because so often, especially as adults, kids, it comes a little more naturally to you because you're used to calling out to your parents, right? Mom, dad, mom, dad, mom. It's a little more in our nature as a child to call out for help, whether we really need it or we just want mom to do it, right? I think as adults, as we get older and we go through life, we kind of forget to do that. We forget that we have a father to call out to. And so I want to give you a little example. Sam, since you're up here, do you want to be a part of my object lesson? All you have to do is wear a backpack and walk. Does that sound good? All right, Keys, can you come up here too? All right, so here's what we're going to do. Keys, just for the time being, don't get it twisted. He's going to pretend to be Jesus just for a moment, okay? Just for a moment in time. And Sam, you're going to be Sam, right? You're Sam. You're awesome, great kid, super funny, super deep. Do you think you could put this on without hurting yourself? Mom and Dad, do you approve of this? Okay. Don't get hurt, okay? Do you have it? Do you got it? Okay, so can you just do you know how to do do you think you could do a sit down and get back up? Do you think? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Did it. You're not hurt, right? Okay, and then if you want to just get up, go for it. Oh, it's a little bit difficult. Oh, wait, you know what, Sam? Pause. You know what I need you to do? I'm going to need you to call out for help. So can you say, Jesus, help?
Jesus, help.
I got you, bro.
All right. And now, Sam, you're still going to stand up. The backpack's not being removed, and the stuff in the backpack has to stay there. It's not stuff that can go. So it's not bad stuff in this backpack. It's just heavy, okay? And now, if you two could just walk to Pastor Michael and back to me, and just tell me if that feels a little easier than sitting down and standing back up. Can you walk to Pastor Michael? He's the one on the left. One on the left. There you go. Excellent, Sam. It is so heavy. Excellent job. All right, you can take it off here. Give me your arms out. Good job. So there. Oh, no big deal. It's just a few pounds of wood in there. There is a lot. You can unpack the logs for me, buddy. Go for it. I was going to do weights, and I thought that was more dangerous, so we went with the logs. You can take them out. I'll call you back up in a moment. Thank you, sir. Give Keys a round of applause. Here is the fundamental core of what I have learned with the Lord recently. The reality is, and we've heard this before, right? The backpack's heavy, there's too much baggage, unload the baggage. Sometimes it's not baggage. Sometimes it's just heavy. And the reality is, he didn't ask us to carry it alone. He also didn't ask us to throw it in a trash can. So there are times and there are things and there are seasons where actually we have to walk with the weight. But he never asked us to do it alone. And it sounds so simple, and because it is, but we miss it all the time. Jesus, help. Jesus, I need your help. And what he has done with me, he rarely takes the heaviness away. It's rare because there may be things that actually have to be dealt with. There's real responsibilities we have in life. There's a real job. There's real children that need to be fed. There's real conflict that needs to be resolved. There's real peace that needs to be fought for. There's real rest that needs to be fought for. We don't get to just throw it away. But what I believe he's asking, and what I think he wants to remind us of today, is that he is with you. He is with you. And as adults, we struggle with this massively because culture and society and life has taught us, you got this, figure it out. And I'm one of those people. I'm guilty as charged. My personality is, if it needs to get done, just get it done. Do it. Stop whining. Let's just go. Let's just go for it. I'm not talking about having poor work ethic. I'm not talking about being weak and giving up and not doing hard things. We can all do hard things. What I'm talking about is when we try to manage it alone and we try to take control of it alone. And so I want to give you another story, and then we're going to do something together, verbally together. I've been asked not to disclose which child because they wanted their privacy respected, which is fine. So I will give you the story of one of my children, as a baby, just really struggled to sleep through the night. And by struggled, I don't mean was just like up cooing and making cute faces at me in the night. I mean screaming in anguish, distress for hours and hours and hours at a time. And at this point, we must have been maybe 9-10 months into this, no sleep, still doing all the momming and all the other things that needed to happen in life. And I had a moment where I had tried for hours to console him, the child. Sorry. I had tried for hours to control that child. It was not their fault, by the way. They were a baby. But anyways, in that moment, I had been learning a lot here at this church and in community about God and his authority and his power. And so I was like, God, you can do this. I know you can make him stop crying. I know you can. You see me. I am weak. I am exhausted. I cannot go another day. Parents in the room, you're probably the only ones who fully can understand this. There is a level of tired you hit that it's bad. It's bad. We were there. I was right there. And so I was asking the Lord to just change the circumstance, stop him from crying. Let me just get an hour of sleep and we can get back at this. And as I was verbally out loud crying out to him, I heard my prayer shift from God, just please, will you just get him to stop? I need to sleep, to, okay, God, if this circumstance is not going to change, if he's not going to stop crying, then you have to be with me. And you're going to have to hold me while I hold him. And it is still so fresh to me because it was such a pivotal point in my relationship with him, where I went from this maybe weird theology of like, if he loves me, everything's just going to be fixed. Everything's just going to be great. It's just going to all work out. And in that moment, it was, this child is doing nothing wrong. This is not my enemy. This child is uncomfortable or in pain or something is not okay, but this is killing me. I don't know if I can keep doing this. And in that moment, when I shifted that prayer, no one will ever be able to convince me otherwise. I felt him come behind me and hold me up. That baby did not stop crying for another hour. It's not like peace came right like that. But he came because I called out to him. And he comes sometimes when we don't call out. I'm not saying it's all up to us, but there are times and points where we have to get beyond ourselves and we have to cry out to him, okay? And in order to do that, you have to call him closer, okay? And so, sorry for the tears. Actually, I'm not. But I would like to do one more little display here. Sam, are you up for one more with me? Okay, great. Keys, come back up here with me. And can someone please bring us a tissue? Just one tissue. Oh, just kidding. They're right here. Okay, actually, Keys, back up. Back it. Right. Okay, right there is good. This one's easier, I promise. All right, Sam, stand up. I'm going to have you hold this tissue. Now here, you can't put it in a ball. Just the way it is. Hold it. Turn around toward Keys, because he's Jesus for the time being. And I want you to throw it to him. Can't ball it. Yeah, just, okay. Try it again. That's okay. Try it again. Want to pick it up and try to throw it to him again? You can't make it into, no. You just got to toss it to him. Man. One more time. All right, that one got pretty close. All right, I have an idea. I want you to hold this, and I want you to once again say, Jesus, help.
Jesus, help.
Jesus, come on, closer. Closer. Now, don't take it from him. Come a little closer. A little closer. Okay. And actually, even, let's do it again. Come closer this time. Don't throw it. Just hand it to him. Okay, good job. Thank you. Round of applause. Okay. It's silly, but sometimes we need a visual, okay? He's actually not asking you to launch something miles away. All you need is for him to get a little closer. Okay, so to hand something over to him in that moment for me, in that bedroom with my child, I initially had this, he's up here and I just need him to just change what's happening in the atmosphere. And what I believe happened in that moment is I invited him in to my intimate space. And I drew closer to him and he drew closer to me. And so handing something off was actually easy. It's a lot easier when he's closer and when you're closer to him. Now, that's a lot easier said than done. I am well aware of that. I have been through fire of staying up late in bedrooms with screaming babies, and I have been through all kinds of new fire too. That the Lord has allowed me to go through. So I'm not speaking to you as somebody who doesn't understand that this is hard. It's really, really hard. But here's what makes it less hard. I wrote down, this is not an exhaustive list, but I am just going to read through to you who I know him to be. Because this is what makes it a little bit easier. Okay? So maybe even just close your eyes as I read through this. And then after I read through the list I have, I'm just going to leave a moment of silence. And I want you to, out loud, add anything that you didn't hear me say or repeat something that resonates with you that you know him to be. So we're going to activate ourselves a little bit here. He is holy, set apart. He is mighty. He is love. He is peace. He is hope. He is justice. He is provider. He is redeemer. He is healer. He is comforter. He is strong. He is king. He is our leader. And he will not leave us. So just take 30 seconds to a minute here, and I want you to say who he is. When we fix our attention on who he is, it becomes very difficult not to trust him. The hard things may or may not change. That's the tough reality that we all have to live with. Some of them don't, some of them do. But we serve a God who is true and who is good. He is faithful. He's not weak. He does not change his mind. He is not unsure of what's to come. He knows what's to come. He is Alpha and Omega. He is the beginning and the end. He is the rock on which I stand. And all he's asking of us is to surrender. And that's where the joy comes. Because what I've seen in myself and in so many is we have locked ourselves up. We have locked ourselves up because we are trying to manage and control. We're trying to preserve ourselves from getting hurt. We're trying to make sure we're on the right side of history or the wrong side of history. There's so many things that we are battling with every day. And it is so easy to tighten our grip. I had in my notes here, and it's right to myself. We are a tight-fisted people. We find it very hard to let go. And it's what I believe he's asking, commanding, requiring, expecting of us is to let it go. Now, that can look like a whole lot of things. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you what that looks like exactly for you. But I did do something. I'm gonna do this. I wrote out a little part of who we are. We kind of have said who he is and what we focus. And here's who I think we are sometimes. Spoiler alert, it's not all awesome, okay? We struggle to surrender our rights and opinions here on earth because we don't trust each other. I'm not going to reference the movie because I don't want to condone or not condone it, but we watched a movie, my kids and I watched a movie, and the plot line is two opposing sides, and they're trying to get to one thing, which is their food source. And the younger generation is a lot more open to joining forces and like, let's do this together. But their leaders, their older generation is like, no, they stole from us, they did that to us. There's this whole thing, and I'm watching this ridiculous kids movie, and I'm crying because all I can see is like, this is us. And at one point, the younger generation, like, they make some headway. There's some victory. And all of a sudden, the two leaders come in, and they screw it up. They burn the whole thing down. They burn the whole food source down. And one of my kids, it might have been Jake, was like, the adults ruin everything. And we giggled, and then I cried. Because sometimes we do. Sometimes we do, because we get so caught up in what is right. And please hear my heart here. Sometimes we are right. What we feel is right. It's valid. It's just. It's all the things. You really can see this could have been done better. That should have been done better. Why did this have to go this way? I'll take this into my own hands, that into my own hands. Our hearts can start pure, but ultimately what we are doing is like, God, I love you. Let me worship you when it's time for that. But right now I'm really busy managing all that you gave me to deal with over here. I'm really busy trying to take care of this mess that you've put me in the middle of. And I think that it's really easy for us to get stuck. I know I have gotten stuck there. And the simple solution, I am so thankful that our God is incredibly creative and complex, but he's also so simple. Very simply, he's like, oh gosh, I didn't ask you to carry that. Come on, walk a little closer with me and I will help you carry that load. Walk a little bit closer to me and I will help you shift your perspective on what I'm doing in this moment. Pay attention to your kids, to the kids, the next generation, because they're coming in with a fresh perspective. They see things differently than us. That's why interacting with them is so often so joyful and simple and fun. It brings something out because they didn't get as messed up yet, you know? There's time, but we're hoping they don't get as messed up as we all did. And so I really believe in this season what God is continuing to not just ask of you, it's an invitation. He actually wants to that mom soothing a baby. He wants to hold your back up for you. He wants to support you. He doesn't want you to try to figure it out on your own and then come to him later and be like, I did that and I did that and I did that. He is a God who wants to be with his people. And so we need to become a people who want to be with their God. And so I'm going to pray in a second, and I would really love to have some response time because the Lord has kind of shown me some things to pray specifically. But if I could end on one note, it's simple but so true. He wants to be with you. His desire is to be close to you. And while circumstances may not always change, I can speak from experience and say that the joy comes in surrendering to him, giving him the reins back, asking him to carry the load with you and be with him because he wants to be with you. And so, God, we just thank you so much for who you are. We thank you that we could write pages and pages and pages of words describing who you are, and we would never come close to scratching the surface of the fullness of who you are. We thank you that you are a God who cares. We thank you that you are a God who is strong and able so that we don't always have to be. We thank you for where you've already carried us from, where you're carrying us to. And God, we just ask that you would come and you would pour yourself out in a fresh way. We need you more than we have ever needed you, ever. We can do nothing without you, and we don't want to do anything without you. And so, God, I just declare right now over this house, this body and this community of people right here and right now, I pray that you would break off any chains of control that are holding us back. Would you just break off any fear that still lives in our hearts and our souls? God, we are calling out to you and we're saying, Jesus, help us. Unify us. We want to be your unified bride who seeks after the heart of her Father. And so I declare that over this body of believers. I declare that over anybody who's listening right now. I declare that over the next generation, that they would be a generation that would seek your face, that they would long for worshiping you in spirit and in truth. I pray for a generation that would be so sound and grounded in the word of God. They would be so grounded in your word, God. They would also be so hungry for your presence. We're trusting you and believing you for all these things. We love you so much. And so Brian or whoever from the team, if you can come up and just play a little bit. I did want to just give just a few minutes. If the Lord is just touching any parts of your heart this morning and reminding you that he's got you, and you just need a moment to have what I like to call a fresh surrender. I believe that this space is a space for a fresh surrender this morning. It's like coming into an oasis of cool water. If you want to just come and just be in his presence and just cry out to him, thank him and bless him, and then go on ahead and surrender to him. Amen. Amen.